Start game now. The Flynn's Arcade Keychain is here because today we're going to look at another classic from the arcades, that is Dig Dug, this time for the Atari 2600. We already reviewed the Atari 7800 version, and the label art is pretty much identical, but it's still cool. So let's go ahead and take the 2600 version, pop it into my Atari 7800 Pro system, and find out how the Atari 2600 version of Dig Dug holds up today. Let's go to the game. Dig Dug was published by Atari and carries the copyright year of 1983. It is based on the 1982 Namco arcade hit. Dig Dug is for one player only and has two variations, an easy mode, represented by a teddy bear head, and a normal mode. In the easy mode, every level is identical with only two minis and only one prize you can earn, that is a carrot. The normal mode will be the mode I am using today. It has more variations in enemies, layouts, and prizes, and in my opinion is the more fun of the two. According to the manual of the 2600 version, you are an underground miner who uses a jet-powered shovel to dig subterranean mazes to find vegetable prizes. Sounds plausible to me. However, the underground is also occupied by Puka, who in this version looks a little bit like Cubert's nose-less cousin, and Fygar, the green fire-breathing dragon. Fygar can breathe fire to the left or right, and both can turn into ghosts and travel through the soil. So are they really dead? There are also buried rocks that can be dislodged by digging out the ground underneath them. Dig Dug loses a life if he touches an enemy, or Fygar's fire, or if he gets crushed by a rock. He can defeat an enemy by crushing them with rocks, or by pressing the button to send out what I assume to be a jet-powered hose, attach it to an enemy, and blow them up. You can either hold down the button or rapidly press it to blow them up. You can also stun them by starting to pump them up and then moving the joystick to disengage. When only one mini is left, he will try to escape. You can allow him to do so, or try to catch him for more points. The level ends once you get the final enemy, or if he escapes. The vegetable prizes appear when you drop 2 rocks and there are less than 7 enemies on screen. The prizes are worth various amounts of points and depend on the level that you are starting on, with 400 point carrots in round 1 and ending with 8,000 point pineapples in rounds 18 and above. One interesting prize to me is the one that happens in rounds 16 and 17, which looks like a yellow flower, but it's actually supposed to be the ship from the game Galaxian and is worth 7,000 points. You get 200 to 500 points for each mini you destroy, depending on which level of soil you are in, with the deeper levels getting the more points. However, if you destroy the fire-breathing Fygar from the side instead of from above or beneath, which can be dangerous to attempt to do so, the point amounts double. You get the most points by crushing the minis with rocks. You get 1,000 for 1, 2,500 for 2, 4,000 for 3, 6,000 for 4, 8,000 for 5, 10,000 for 6, and 12,000 points for 7 with 1 rock. And I'm lucky if I get 2 or 3 with a single rock. In easy mode, the top possible score is 99,990, and in normal mode, the score will reset at 999,990. You start the game with 5 lives and can earn an extra life at 20,000 points, 50,000 points, and every 50,000 points after that until you reach 200,000 points. When you lose all of your lives, if you quickly press the button, you can start over on the last level you were on, and I think that's pretty cool. Graphically speaking, I think the game looks really good for a 2600 game. It's nice and colorful, and you can easily tell it's Dig Dug. The music and sounds are also really good for the system and very catchy as well. Family friendly wise, yeah, it is a family friendly game as long as you don't think too hard about Dig Dug crushing, blowing up, and having no mercy and running down retreating meanies. But if you do view them as ghosts, he's actually doing a good job of being a little Ghostbuster. I ain't afraid of no Fygar. On eBay, loose copies go for about $8 to $10. Complete copies were selling for about $15, and new copies were going for about $15 to $23. And as always, those prices include the shipping. So what did I think of Dig Dug? Well, even though I prefer the Atari 7800 version of Dig Dug, the 2600 version is still a lot of fun and very well done for the system. Because the boundaries in between the vertical digging areas seem a little thicker than in other versions, there were times that I wanted to go up or down right away, but I had to move instead a little bit to the right or left first. But for me, this was minor, and I found myself just wanting to play deeper and deeper into the game. So where am I going to rank Dig Dug? Well, it's really close to Ms. Pac-Man, which I have at number 3. Both are great conversions for the 2600, and Dig Dug is somewhat of a maze game as well, but I do like Ms. Pac-Man just a little bit more. So I'm going to make Dig Dug my new number 4 game. Dig Dug is a good time that I dig on the 2600. If you enjoy retro-related videos, please click the like and subscribe buttons. You can also support me on Patreon as well. Also be sure to check out some of my other videos covering Atari, Sega, Nintendo, and more with over 175 now posted. There's something for just about any retro fan. Thank you all for giving me a little part of your day, and I look forward to seeing you the next time on the next episode of the No Swear Gamer. Take care, and watch out for falling rocks.